spots.
This is a game from last night, so the closest play that we had for an example of virtual measurement was an operator operating this live would see this main broadcast angle. He would wait for the pile of players.
We're here today to look at the Sony Hawkeye tracking systems. That includes the instant replay system and all of the cameras we've installed for line to gain measurement and for skeletal tracking, which is in testing this year. That's 32 cameras, 6 specific for the line to gain measurement. We have the boundary line cameras and then the skeletal tracking cameras.
So on this punt you can see we have an injury to number 30 there, one of the gunners. So we want to try and find a good angle. So this one is low down, but I've got another one here that's slightly higher up. And I want to see what actually happens on this play. So he gets pushed. We can see he jars his knee. Now I'm looking, okay, well, I kind of covered there by number 39. So is there another angle here that potentially shows me what went on? So I can drag in this one. I can see that same gunner in that shot. It's a little bit blurred there, but you can see I kind of split screen these two angles and see, okay, it looks like he does jar his knee and he goes down and he stays down. So I'm operating this for the person that sat down there that's seeing the same thing that I'm working through here, and then they'll be in the communication to the sideline to say what they're seeing here with the video that we've got. So.
At Sony Hawkeye and in conjunction with the NFL, I think it's our job to make every call as objective and accurate as possible, to take some of the subjectivity out of calls where it's possible. I think fans appreciate that over time. Sometimes it's, there's an acclimation period, but at the same token, as like fantasy football and betting in sports becomes so prevalent, I think getting the call right is more important than who's on the winning and losing side of things.
From there, I get the same synchronized angles of all the tracking cameras available that Hawkeye has within the stadium. And I find the same ball spot and simply click on the ball spot of the spotted ball at the end of the play. We use machine learning techniques to find that spot on the field and make sure that it's accurate and gives you a visual representation of what was just clicked. That is the spot of the end of the play. I then need to take the spot from the beginning of the series to make sure it gives me the before and the after, and I'm comparing the two. So I click on the ball spot from the beginning of the series, I confirm that that's accurate as well, and I complete the measurement, and it tells me that the ball has passed the line to gain by just over 1 foot.
32 cameras up in the catwalk here, the 360 catwalk here at this stadium, and this is camera one side, so we have all of our virtual measurement cameras over here, and then for our boundary lines, they're typically in line with the sidelines, in the end zone and the back of the end zone, so we have them all the way around the stadium, so a bird's eye view 360.
There's certainly the tradition and the nostalgia of the chain gang that I think people want to replicate, and that doesn't mean that we can't. It's just going to take work to figure out, litmus tests and A/B tests, kind of what works, whether it be the virtual recreation or a display of the call. But at the end of the day, the speed and the accuracy should outweigh, hopefully, some of the nostalgia. Definitely give it a lot more objectivity and accuracy that people can stand by.
Oh, wow. NFL coach. Oh, thank you.
I'm going to take everyone back up who doesn't need to be on the turf. Who doesn't want to catch any more people.
All right, guys, we're going to play.
Some games, when you talk about the A games, they could have upwards of 50 cameras. So, we've got to look at all those 50 cameras to make sure we're getting the call right. And how do we do that? Well, we do that through presets and making sure that we set these cameras out and tiles in the appropriate manner, so it makes it easy for them to kind of see quickly and bring it into their center tile.
I think it shows that we are always looking at all new technology. We're always looking at all different angles, and we're always trying to improve the game and operation, the game around it. So I think that when you see that, you see we're just not stuck in the traditions we've had for years. We're always exploring.
From there, our broadcast partners are waiting for some indication of the result of that. So I will send this to virtual recreation. The playout will then go to the broadcaster, and this can be made available to the live audience watching on TV as well as the audience in the stadium.
The idea is to keep gathering what can technology do and where can it help inform those that make decisions. So we're never looking to replace the decision-making process with technology. We're looking to get information sourced faster and potentially down to like wearables like a watch on the field. So the officials and then the AMGC, the replay center, have the amount of information they need to make decisions.
We work very closely with the NFL to design this, to understand workflows, to build the software in a way in which it helps them expedite their decision making on game day.
Traditional kind of replay controller, some use keyboard and mouse, and others use the workshop. So it really depends on what the sport's comfortable with.
Virtual measurement's really just scratching the surface on what can be done in terms of displaying officiating calls, and I think informing the decision, not necessarily automating the decision because it's very complicated, hence why these guys have such an important job on the field, but better informing the decision to understand where a spot can and should be, and using some of the technology to make that initial spot more accurate.
We built everything truck side. I'll let you guys mount this.